Good morning. Good morning. Hello. How are you all? Wow. 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 This is Tara Lee Live, and we are in a new scene because we have switched the studio up and we've decided to do live Sunday sessions and confessions. So Drake is going to lay it out on the line for y'all today. He has some confessions to do, and so does Red River. They're here, and they don't even really know, but they've got some confessions to do. So hey guys, what are you confessing today?
Only have one dab, and we're gonna have many more.
Good morning, Red. You're muted, Red. There you go.
Morning, y'all. Cheers.
Okay, let me get this all shared out. Let's get live chat up. Make sure we have it on live chat, not top chat. Let's get this up here. Let's see. We got D Zombie first in the house. Welcome, D.
Hey, cheers, D. My confession is I'm ready for a session.
I'm definitely ready for a session.
I second that confession.
Holy shit, I'm feeling good. Got that off my shoulders.
My mouth is going dead. My mouth is about ready to die. So it's not working with me right now, and I can't move shit all around my computer. Oh, there we go. Now I got everybody up. Hello. Good morning, Mark. How are you? Good morning, CVC. Octo Tom in the house. Let's take a dab. What are you dabbing on? What is Red River has been out washing bubble, you all. He's got some amazing bubble that's coming out of there, I think. Red, what you got going on? What are you dabbing?
Well, actually, yes, I do. I got some killer GMO, but I was going to start off the day with this heritage hash. Heritage hash. I think it's called Straw. Oh, look at me. It's called Strawberry Funk.
Strawberry Funk.
Strawberry Funk with it's got some SFV cross with it, and it's really, really, really tasty.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm up in Northern California right now. I went to the Gangia trade-in and I got to hang out with Madame Cannoli and pick up a little bit of knowledge, and went by and stopped by their Heritage Hash Company and checked out the facility. It's friggin' awesome. Cherry Blossom Bell works there and processes. And I got some of their white thorn rose and some of this strawberry funk. And I also got a little temple ball. They had some kind of deal going on. But this white thorn rose, man, this one is really incredible. It's got a really, really good story behind it. And it's just one of those. This one is like a honeysuckle. It's like a sweet honeysuckle with a little bit of tangy, and it's nearly like a sweet red wine or something. But and it's purple. It's like a light purple. This is bubble hash right here, not rosin. But the guy who bred this got arrested and was looking at a lengthy sentence, and they told him, if you turn in 3 of your friends, we'll let you go. But he didn't. He did like 8 years while he was in there. I believe his parents passed away, but his friends kept his strain going for all those years. And then, when he got out, he was able to pick up where he left off, and they created this white thorn rose, and it is special. So if you guys see it out there, man, support it. It's really, really, it's good community. It's just a testament to this community, trying to help each other and looking out for each other when we need it. So cheers, y'all.
That's an awesome story, Red. Thank you so much for sharing. And yeah, some things, they just have such good energy and vibes and connotations. I mean, it depends how you look at it, right? I can serve in time and so on and so forth. For being a long-standing fighter in this community is a tough thing to be part of, but at the same page, to have your friends and that support network be there and do what they can for you. And of course, you mentioned losing loved ones while you're locked away. Like, that's pretty much the worst thing that can happen. And just much love to everyone involved. And that's why we do what we do, right? To help support and build this community and just get more people feeling comfortable with reaching out to help and to build and to dab together. So let's get one in. There we go. That looks great. That looks similar. Looks like we're loading up. I don't even know what I grabbed, some Glukies or something, but I know I've got my one last glazed Zellies lined up. Super excited for this one. Got a very nice profile, almost similar to the Congo, a terpenoline kind of cool vibe, but much love for the Dem family for sure. Tara, looking great.
Yeah, as I say, speaking of Dem, I'm hitting Illumatic by Kush Kirk. Thank you, Kush. Dem Pierre in the house.
Cheers.
Woo! Cheers. That was a good one. Woo!
So excited for this season. Got a sunny day. Please take it away, Tara. What were you getting up to?
Now I'm gonna cough. Ha ha.
Oh, let up for that. There we go. Give them a nice loud blast. No. Yeah, no, I'm very excited. We got the sun is shining, looking good. Not too hot, not too cold.
We have been crazy busy. Yeah, we've been crazy busy in the garden.
Yes,
we popped a whole bunch of beans. So I soaked them overnight, and then I put them in containers with paper towels. And then the next day, they're all popping. So I got tails on all of them. Most of them, I'll have tails, and we've got them out in the soil. I've got a few more probably left to do today. So super excited about that. Mount Baker Highway in the house. I popped some of your jeans. I popped your Biker's Kush, baby. Yes, that Biker's Kush hopefully is going to be an amazing hash plant. I wanted to get over there and get some clones from Mr. Mount Baker. How you doing, Mr. Mount Baker? Kenny's my friend up in Bellingham, y'all. Make sure you go follow him over on Instagram. He's been doing some tractor repair. He's not had some good stuff. I've seen that. Yeah. Kenny's in tractor repair land. Good morning, Sound Remo.
Cheers.
Good morning,
thank you
Mark.
so much for tuning in.
Mark. I did say hi to Mark. Octotom. Octotom's got GAC Nana 92 rosin.
Ooh.
That GAC. So I'm hearing a lot about the GAC. Like that's kind of one of the new hype strains that I'm hearing about.
I think it's got a terpene called gacoline or something.
Yes,
and
that's what you're. Yes, that's what.
Yeah, it's like a rare deal. Yeah, that's really cool. Cheers, Tom.
So
I check him out on Instagram. He does some good work, and he eats really good Italian food. So that's two of my favorites right there. So
he's a
cheers,
foodie.
man.
He's one of our foodies. So, Red, let's talk about those terpenes. You got to do a terpene test. How freaking cool is that at the Gonzaga thing? Or Gonzaga thing. What am I saying, Gonzaga?
I don't know. That's a new one.
Gonzaga!
Yeah, let's go.
So I got my terpene kit. Yeah, Gangia. Gangia.
Gangia. Yes. How do you say it?
Yeah. Tomato. I think it's
sommelier.
Gangia.
Right? Sommelier.
Okay.
But this is the terpene kit they give you.
Let me highlight you. Hold on. I'm going to highlight you so they can see you. Oh, you have a spotlight. Okay, there you go. Show it off.
This is the Gangia terpene kit they give you. It's to help train your palate. And inside, let's see, we've got, I'm not good at unboxing, but inside it's got there's a little pamphlet that's very instructional that goes through the terpenes, and it's got different, it shows all the different effects, and we've got some cards here, and then it just basically describes the different terpenes and effects, and there's some really good information in here. And then the kit itself,
very cool.
We have beta caryophyllene.
Look at that.
And these are cannabis derived terps, not like food grade, industrial, commercial, terps that you see a lot of on the net. This is D-limonene, and I'm not pronouncing it wrong. I don't know. This is beta myrcene.
Nice.
We got some linalool. This one is beta osmine. Beta osmine. Like I said, I don't know how to pronounce it.
You're doing great. I'm no whiz either.
Terpenoline. And this one's Finchall. That's a new one for me.
Yeah, that's a very interesting one.
This one is alpha humulene, and we got beta pinene, and then this is a mix of terpenes. This is
Yes.
alpha humulene and beta caryophyllene mixed together, so you can start to learn some of the blends. But these are supposedly some of the most predominant terpenes that you're going to find in cannabis. So with this right here, I've got a great tool to basically hone your palate, so you can smell a bud, smell the terpenes, and then take notes, and then basically, train your palate to the different terpenes that are in different strains. So this is big stuff for me. I'm really excited about this.
Thank you so much for sharing and going through that. It's so neat. And no, you killed it with most of the pronunciation from my understanding. And I think most of those ones, like you said, they're pretty common, especially, Tara's got all the lovely descriptions when she purchases her legal concentrates. That gives a nice rundown of the common terpenes in there. And I think and again, I can't even remember how it's spelled, but the Finchall. Oh, you're muted.
Finchall.
Yeah, I think that one's the only one that you don't
Finchall.
really ever come across. I mean, the osamine is not super common either, as far as what we're seeing personally. But yeah,
So
super cool.
I really wonder how they picked like which ones to put in there, because I mean, obviously there's how many terpenes in the cannabis plant?
Of course,
Right.
tons and tons, but I guess it would be the ones that are like the ones that are on your boxes, right? When 9 times out of 10, these ones are predominantly in there.
Yeah, there's like literally only like 6 or 7 like that I think that I've ever even really read. But then you're also dealing with a limited variety, right? I'm only dealing with one company that will put it on, and I'm also dealing with Washington State. So,
It's
so
regional.
there's probably a lot more different terpenes out there that I'm experiencing but not knowing. That's why I think it's super important. It would be really nice that we could get these costs down for the companies that have to have the terpene test done, because oh my gosh, the testing's ridiculously expensive.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Just to have
hopefully
a box. Go ahead, Red.
I'm sorry. Hopefully they'll come. Those prices will come down. But it's really exorbitant for what they're actually doing and the labor involved and all that for what they're charging. So, just my 2 cents.
Yeah, of course. But I think it's so cool to have, options like the course you've done, and to be able to get little boxes like that. And even if it is, in the scheme of things, semi-narrow selection, it's something that's common in a lot of the cannabis out there, and you can get familiar with it, right? And then start to be able to pick apart these subtle differences. And then once you kind of get into that first level, then you're really going to be able to compound that and pick up these tiny little hints and notes. Holy smokes, it's hard to focus with such a cute little fur buddy on the screen like that.
Oh,
my goodness.
That's Buddy. He's like, I think he's dingo or part dingo. He's been my little hash buddy while I've been up here washing, man. He's like always sticking around. So yeah, but he's a trip. The dingo ate my baby. I get it now, man. He's different. He's not like other dogs. He's very unique.
Yeah, that's super cool. It's a very neat aesthetic to him.
Oh, I think somebody might be trying to join. Let me try and send them a link. Let me see. By the way, Octotom, if you want to join, I'm going to send that link out there in our chats. If anybody else would like to join, let me know. I'll DM me, and I will send you the link this morning. We're just hanging out with all my cannabis friends, catching up, having a little update today. Nice to see y'all in the house. We got John Maddox just showed up. Hey, John, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Overgrow, overshare, overcare. You know
Cheers,
it
John.
everywhere.
Much love, John.
Drake, what have you been out doing? You've been like doing all your JMS stuff and all that kind of stuff. And yeah.
Yeah, it's been great. It has an awesome start to the season. The season obviously started in the fall, which is great. We got those preparations, our base fertilizer and mulch and everything down. And now this spring, we've really nailed what we've been trying to do. We've done 3 out of the 4 foundational applications at my place, which is in town, a little bit sunnier, a little bit warmer than the farm location. So as soon as I do my last application here, which is in a few days, I'll be doing the first application with Cameron. We'll be doing the first application out at the farm, and then we'll have 3 more to go. And then once I've transplanted out at my place here, which will be about anywhere from 4 to 8 days after our last foundational application, then I'll be focusing on Cam's place and out at the farm there. We'll be busting butts out there. I just did irrigation prep here. So I've made a main line out of PVC, have it ready to be hooked up to one of those 1,000-liter totes. And we're going to be able to automate somewhat the watering process here, and in a manner so that it takes, roughly 90 minutes to distribute the probably 400 to 600 liters of water I'll be using once weekly. And that's, again, 60 meters squared. We get about 5 gallons, so 20 liters per 3x3 area once a week. And to be able to slow down the process with the drip irrigation system that we're setting up is going to be fantastic, and it'll be a bit more even distribution. Right now, I do just hand bombing, 20 to 30 loads of the 20-liter buckets after I've mixed my microbial solution and our liquid fertilizers in there. And it's okay, but it's just really tough to gently water with a bucket, right? And I don't want to be damaging my soil by pouring water viciously on it. That's kind of counterintuitive. So really excited to finally have that coming together, and just used PVC that was around prior from doing hoop houses and stuff around the property. So we just have to get the reducers and the drip line that's appropriate for it. Go ahead.
How many cultivars are you running this year?
Without spending too much time on it, I've got quite a few phenos of Hella Jelly, which was a Jelly Rancher formerly from Humboldt Seed Co. I've got Black Garlic, just a pheno that I've kept out of the bunch from Jordan of the Islands. Definitely going to run a Congo again, see if we can utilize some of our additional fertilizers to kind of push it to trigger a little early and finish a little quicker. Since we have the baseline last year, that'll be really neat to see. There's 7 or so phenos of GDP that I'm going to see how they do outdoors. That was selected from 90 originally inside. So we'll see how those ones react outdoors, and then whittle that down a little more based off just what we're looking for: hash production, finishing time, a certain profile. This mango-y, cool, kind of some could say it's similar to the Congo-ish sort of vibe, just for getting you in that mentality, but it's more like under the sink, weird, cleaner, little bit more caustic vibes. But yeah, it's super neat. And there might be a lemongrass potentially. There's a couple of lemongrasses that's from Humboldt Seed Co. So, and there could be a couple of things I'm missing, but that's the gist of it. And we'll be running, my permit allows for up to 57, but space wise from 33 to 57 plants here. And then the farm permit's substantially larger. So I think between 160, 180 plants, depending how we do there. And we've got pretty much everything on the go. I think there's maybe one more round of late cuts that I'll be doing, and or some seeds that I've been looking at to play with potentially. And those will be put out as solo cups at Cam's farm. And that's because, again, it's about a month away from proper temperatures. Again, it's higher up in the hills, and they just get those cold, rainy temperatures or rainy weather for a little longer. So it'll time out good enough that there'll be decent sized solo
Isn't
cups.
it so hard to decide what cultivars to pick?
Especially when you have a lot of seeds. I was lucky, I kind of got things on hand that I've been, hunting through and had a good order up already. But yeah, when you start to want to pop seeds and you got a decent collection, it gets really crazy. And then you want to, do a just amount of each one, so you can really kind of see what expressions are in there and pick what you really want. But at the same page, well, maybe I'll just do a couple of each so I can see all these different ones. And yeah, you never know.
That's a lot of work, man. Those pheno hunts, until you get in and do it, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of time. So, but man, all those strains, all the cultivars you listed just sound delicious. So I'm really excited for you, man. I think you're gonna have some fire coming out of there for sure.
super excited. The Congo, awesome. You know, it's not the craziest producer for any concentrates, but like the product itself is just incredible. And Red's finally, yeah, you know what? You got to talk about it. I can't. Red's done what? What did I almost say?
The Congo, man. Speaking of that, Kevin Jodry is one of the instructors, and Tara brought the Congo down to him, and he cultivated it, and he actually made a great big old temple ball of it and shared it with the students. And oh my gosh, man, it was next level. I mean, it's just different. It's so different. And to me, it's just, you know, we've lost some things along the way with all the breeding, and some of these old land races really have something to offer. I mean, we'd been assessing, you know, about half the day. We took a break. So we had been, pretty well medicated. And then after that, it was just a whole nother level, man. I mean, it was like electricity, but it didn't make me anxious. So, that's one of the things that, I kind of stay away from some of the sativas that they might taste great, but I get a little anxious when I smoke them. And this one, man, it was like clear, crisp, a little visual. And
that's because you don't have ADHD or enough of it. If you have ADHD, you want that anxiety ones. It's kind of like taking Concerta. Just saying.
It works. I would probably. I know some people would probably disagree with you on my ADHD diagnosis, but it really, it was really enjoyable. Especially after smoking a bunch of, different ones, and then getting that one. It was just, you could tell the difference. I mean, it was like elevator up, and we called it. Man, I was high, but now I'm high. I mean, yeah. So that was an experience, man, because Congolese does not produce a lot of resin when you're washing. It's not a dumper, so he had to go through a lot of material to make that temple ball. So it was really, really special, man. Props to Mr. Kevin Jodre, because he knows what he's doing, and he's producing some really good, excellent smoke, and going after those sought after, aspects that might have been lost along the way with a lot of the new phenos we get now.
Definitely. Let me send a link out, because I think someone's trying to get in here still. Let me see. There we go.
Yeah, I'm excited to hash those Hello Jellies. There's been a lot of hype I've seen about them, and I was able to acquire them a little while ago. I've done a couple rounds inside, nothing too wild, and only a small amount of smaller plants. So I'm excited to get some outdoors and see how they produce under the sun and their happy beds and what kind of resin they're going to yield.
Well, dude, that sun grown, it's just, to me, it's a little special, and I think there's some tests coming out now where it's showing the difference side by side. So, hey, look who it is. Oh my gosh. Johnny B, man.
All right.
God bless you, man.
Good morning, Johnny.
God bless you. So good to see you, brother.
Yeah,
I mean, he's been through it.
Hey, Johnny B. Hey, let me update the crowd really quick. Johnny B's tuning in, y'all. Thanks for joining, Johnny. Johnny's gotten a really serious car wreck, you guys. So let's hear from Johnny what Johnny's doing. Like, God, Johnny, I'm so glad you're here with us today.
I'm blessed to be here, blessed to be alive, and say very, very going through my head. You're driving down an old country road, listening to Napoleon Hill. Better Mindset. Okay, exact book it was Napoleon Hill something. I saw the workers working over here in the farm tractor, and there was a truck coming towards me like that, busy away, and he fucking drove right into me, man. He drove into me doing 80K. He flipped my car. He didn't only flip it, but when he hit me, you could see I launched, and I went up like this, and I went end over end, and it hit the telephone pole. That flipped me, and then I flipped over again, skipped the telephone pole, hit the ground, flipped over sideways, and landed the other way, facing the other way. Airbags,
in a pretty significant ditch way, but I'd almost call it a gully over a ditch, because it looked like it was about 6 to 8 feet down, as opposed to your standard 2 foot ditch. They're 20-foot ditches. So even there,
My car was
so
standing up on end. Like they had to put ladders to get to my car.
I mean,
They had to brace my car with the tractor. Yeah.
Check out the John Burfello official IG, and like you can see him. Well, I mean, live action. The guy like tuned in from the moment. I'll let you check that out yourselves, and then you can see the scene after, and it's a pretty wild sight where he's lucky to be sitting here with us, and you know, I'm sure he's in a lot of pain and bruised up a lot, but he's not
200 milligram caps are pretty good to go. I had a couple of these already for breakfast, so I'm timing them, seeing what my longevity is. Got some really good dabs. Friends stopped by and brought me something really nice I could smoke on. I got my creams, you know what I mean? Like I'm taking care of in my holistic way and how I do things. There's always a dab ready to go, so which is pretty nice. And sleeping a lot, I can tell you that much. I be sleeping for 14 hours. Nothing's broken. Worried about organs because the hit of the impact is what they're concerned about. So I had to go back to the doctor again. I could feel that now. My whole side hurts like hell. Hurts to breathe.
You can like that. They're just
hurts to pee. So all these little jolts and stuff like that. The initial impact, you can say like you are gonna feel it, but the whole thing is motion. Positive attitude, knowing that we have a good healthcare system.
Hey, and at least you were in like the damn Subarus. They got good safety features.
It's great safety features.
Great safety features.
You know what I mean? Like they probably did a doozy there. Like you can see how he completely hit me right on my driver's side door. He hit me right on my door, and I mean he didn't just hit me. He hit me like fuck me. Excuse me.
We call that a T-bone, like a T-bone.
Yeah, you know, straight up and down. Yeah, T-bone, straight around the light or around the stop sign, T-boned and sent him in the ditch. And John, you were probably doing the speed limit too, which is either probably 50 or 80 too. So it's like that's crazy.
I'm doing 70.
So,
I'm used to the road. I go down there all the time. I always do. I'm quite used to it because it's farmland, so I always do 70. It's kind of what I do. It's kind of like, you know, it's like everybody has a repetitive little thing that they do all the time.
Seriously, the vehicle, like a big, like kudos to having a newer vehicle with safety features like that. Because
my neck is pretty good because I got a lot of titanium and metal in there, but it is sore as hell, of course. But it's kind of hard to do pretty much. I don't know if you can really do any more damage, but.
Well, let's not, you know, I'm knocking on wood for you. Let's not taunt the gods anymore. They're already coming at you clearly. Like how many accidents in the last 10 years, like that weren't your fault. This is crazy. Just keeps coming at you.
I think John's got part cat in him, man.
Yeah, 2 Subarus, T-bone twice.
Yeah. For sure.
One they still said that I was in the light had turned yellow, and I said the light turned yellow. The guy was doing 60. I think I was doing 50 and he T'd on me, trying to get around the semi. Couldn't see me because he was busy speeding. Right.
At least you're with us and you can take some dabs. That's the most important part of all this.
This one here was it's good to know. I mean, movement is what we have to do. That's important. Dabs are important. Oral forms of THC, good for anti-inflammatory. Look at those effects. Positive mental attitude works really well. Breathing exercises. I didn't go on my morning walk the first time in 420 days. I roughly think it's been doing it for 420 days. So I did my morning walks every day for 420 days. I was on my push-up challenge, but that's okay. We'll get back to the push-up challenge. It's okay. It's not like that big of a deal because I have been doing push-ups since September 2nd. Started with 2, so you guys can all start doing them for me again. Everybody can start doing push-ups for me. That'd be nice. You guys all from the push-up challenge. We lost everybody. It's awesome.
Okay, so Drake takes off. Everybody's just gone. They just leave us, Johnny.
I'm just fine with
turns his camera off. We're just hanging out here by ourselves. We're just hanging. Drake's just like gone. My co-host just ups and leaves me. You know, whatever.
I was like, I'm just doing dabs, man.
I'm glad you're here. Yes, let's do another dab.
I'm happy and
still here.
What else?
Someone say dabs?
Oh yeah, there's now Drake's back. Yeah, as soon as you guys say dab, then Drake will be back.
My phone says low battery, so
you're going dead.
Put you in over here, and I'm going dead. Yeah, and then it sounds like shit, and I gotta take the headphones
I
off.
had to plug mine in too. John, we must be on the same phone schedule with
It
the
always
battery thing because I
happens.
just
We
had to
both
plug
do
mine
the
in
same
too.
thing. And then I put it in the tape room. He goes, I can't
Yeah.
hear you. So I can
Yeah.
probably set you
Y'all
up here.
know Zoom eats up them damn batteries. Y'all know that.
480.
Oh.
Y'all know that.
So I'm hitting some of that white thorn rose right now, man. It's bubble hash, but it's in the peak and it's working. If that tells you anything,
But it's in the peak.
good quality. It's in the peak. Yep.
So Octo Tom says is that 70 km or 70 miles per hour, kilometers or that's 70 kilometers. By the way, that was 70 kilometers. Good morning, Claude. How are you? Good morning, Justin B. Thanks for coming in.
Cough it. That's it. That's it's the low temp dabs are a blessing. Okay.
Yes, very, very much
There,
so.
that's what I said. I said
Yeah.
that one was 380.
Yeah.
I did one a little bit hotter yesterday and I coughed and I screamed. So
Yeah.
there is a threshold of pain.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna make believe I didn't get hurt because I walked away from it, yes, but I am definitely feeling it. Fuck.
Oh, let's see. Let's do some Dragon's Fist. Sounds like it's a good one to have from
But
Kush.
the best thing about it, about recovery, is you have a plant. You have to feed it, you have to water it, you have to look after it. So it gets you up, it keeps you focused. I still went out and looked after my plants this morning. Still went and check them out. Still have to go and do that. So I look at all these little steps that I use in recovery and what I can do. I have different things. I have handles on my doors when I first recovered from before. Those became extremely useful again right away. So it's like your life condition change. So you just change your blueprint. So I'm very much adaptable to changing my blueprint. Having someone come over yesterday, took a look at my grow and what he can adapt and help me with right away. Like I'm adapting to these next steps because, hey, my blueprint, my life condition changed. I got in an accident. It wasn't my fault. So it changed that blueprint. And now, new steps. It's all good. Got help. I got great hash. I got great caps.
Bad time.
You know, I got great user manuals to read. I got all my old books I was just pulling up that I feel, you know, I can read a couple of these books again. Got some good courses, but definitely writing and finishing off a few different things. So it's inspiring at the same time.
I know you keep a lot of us inspired, that's for sure. So I'm glad that there's something that keeps you fueled because you keep us all going.
100%, man. 100%, dude. You inspire me. You inspire so many people. So God bless you, man. I'm glad you're still here.
Oh, you guys inspire me. You have no idea. I love you guys. All of you.
Cheers and good morning. And thanks everybody for being here today. Love all of you, each and every one of you. You all out there in the cannabis community mean so much to each and every one of us that are on YouTube. You keep us all inspired. And cheers. Let's do this.
This is where I get to inspire. That just grows in my kitchen. These are just growing basically perfectly nice and healthy. I cut these like a month ago. Need a coffee too. This is how I feed my plants. You guys are gonna like this.
Have you guys heard that song? Coffee in a joint.
Coffee in a joint.
Coffee in a joint.
And then the tray, I let them dry out and I'd feed the tray, but that's what basically what these have been getting. So just slow growth. It's actually 7 ppfd. It's probably getting a DLI around 9 or 10. So it's not even getting that much. So looks like a little bit of strip damage there too. Yeah.
Oh, John, I got to tell you, man, there's been this taste in that old OG that I love, that I've kept going for years. Kind of like, it's my Medikush, like for you. There's a taste that I was having trouble describing, and it's one of the the more subtle tastes, but it was kind of like an incense or something. And when we were at the Gangia Terpene campus, Kevin busted out some of his OG Kush, and we smoked some, and that taste was the first taste I tasted on his. And I've never been able to kind of connect the dots to say, what does that remind me of? It reminds me of Nag Champa. That incense, just a very, very subtle Nag Champa with something else in it. And so now I've got I've got the fourth layer of terpenes that I taste when I smoke that old OG, and I'm so stoked, man. It was like, had the thing for years and years, and I could never never connect the dots. But one of the other students, he was next to me, were passing the joint around. I'm like, man, what is that? He goes, it's kind of like Nag Champa. And I'm like, oh man, he nailed it. So that was like, really, really stoked to find that out.
Grape cake. I'm doing pretty good. I've only smoked like maybe 2 grams since last night.
Smoke that temple ball. Smoke that temple ball.
I got a temple ball from Heritage Hash, in
Nice.
and this was Frenchie's place. And let me see when it was produced. So it was produced last July. So that's special to me.
I can't bend the leg that well. Yeah, it doesn't bend that well. Morpheus?
Doesn't surprise me.
Definitely special. Frenchie Cannoli was an amazing hash maker. He'll definitely be missed.
Yeah.
His legacy will continue on and on and on.
Yeah, he was.
He
I
had
got
passion.
to hang out with him at the Regen conference and smoke his hookah. His hookah was amazing. So to be able to,
Morpheus.
understand how to smoke a hookah, that was another thing to show. He kind of showed me how to do the hookah, right? You don't put the hat and the coals right on the hash. You can actually have the hash below it and have the coals above it that draw down into it, that then don't ruin your hash. And it's that quasar bowl that he has that was, I assume custom made, that he has for that hookah. I don't know. It was amazing though. So I got to do the hookah. I brought the hookah out for the 420 event with the guys at the Discord, and they all really enjoyed that. I put 4 grams of hash, a temple ball in that, which was cherry, number 18, which was an amazing hash. And oh my gosh, got them all wasted. It's pretty fun. Had a great time at 420 event. Looking forward to the next one. Drake, what did you ended up hanging out with Dragonfly? Let's hear about that. We haven't got caught up with that yet. What the hell? What went down with you, Drake?
We'll give you the 10-second version because I'm not running instantly, but I guess I gotta head out to the farm pretty soon here, so we're starting to run on the clock. But we'll give you the teaser, the tester. No, there's the BC Cannabis Summit here. It was down in Kelowna. Held, I believe it was the El Dorado. Shout out to them because they it was pretty flagrant dabbing going on, which is awesome, as it should be. Anywhere anyone else can smoke, there should be allowed to be able to have our dabs and then some, because it's our medicine, it's respectable, all the fun stuff. Either way, there was a solid conference being held. There was an area where there was quite a few booths that you could walk through. Very solid professional atmosphere. There had a nice smoking lounge outdoors in which they did a little bit of some filming, because I believe the FCP got down there and a couple other people. And it was a good experience at the summit. I missed the first day where there was some like politicians and people that had a lot more power that were listening, and then a few speaking, and at least they got to hear Kelly and a lot of the other Josh and Kelly and a lot of the others perspectives and points. And I wish I could have seen that, but heard it was really good nonetheless. And then there was just some solid smoking out after, which was awesome. Oh, they're always pushing their limits. The pets. I got mine poking at me right now, whining and being a little brat, even though we were out running just before the show. So, but yeah, no, it was a really good experience. It was a great time. We got to do a lot of heavy puffing, sampling some beautiful products. Amazing people to be able to connect and just chat about some of the local. Hash and some of the regulations and what's going to be changing. It was great to be a part of. So
what's going to be changing?
Oh, well, again, that's where it starts to get into a much deeper dive. Some of the perspectives that were neat to listen to, and I only got to hear, small portions of, I imagine, what they contributed overall.
What are the neat ones?
John Conroy and Kirk Dusa. Well, it gets a lot more like into specific sections in which they have to address, and that they're going to be able to potentially make changes quite easily due to just constitutional violations and things that you'd be a lot more interested in and willing to put some time into reading to really understand the ins and outs of it. But there's some lights, there's some shine at the end of the tunnels. It's maybe not completely dark where there's a little bit of potential, but honestly, as we know right now, especially someone that's trying to be as sustainable as possible, regenerative at that, there's not many outlets. So we really just got to keep getting out there to have our voice heard. Like Morpheus, if we had people that were like Morpheus, we'd be getting the regenerative farming word out quite a bit more, because the politicians would say, just do it, damn it, get out of my face.
He's like, I'm
look at him, hey buddy. Oh, that's awesome. But that's enough of my tangent. I can definitely jump into it a little bit more on one of the next shows and go from there. But take it away, Tara.
I was gonna say, well, y'all, like, it's been an awesome morning. It's almost 4:20 somewhere. I say, if y'all like get ready, let's load up, let's hit something. Let's get ready to all do this together and, kind of like really think about our motive and what we're going to go forward in the world today and what we're going to do. I looked at my moon calendar, and the moon calendar today is above ground lettuce leafy plants. So I will be planting all of my my leafy plants, my spinach, all of my different types of varieties of lettuces. I'm going to go out there and be planting them this morning or this afternoon, obviously, because it's almost noon. I have my cannabis plants out there. I got to go check and get them watered. We transplanted a whole bunch of sunchokes. So I'll be out doing that today. I might go on Instagram. I don't know. It might be a day off of social media. I kind of do that once in a while. I've been kind of taking a little bit of break. I think we all need to do that once in a while. So we haven't been going live as much, where I really have the backyard to get really prepping and my garden work to get going. And I know that's, it's super important to get that first thing going. If you don't start those plants off right, you're just going to really hurt yourself in the end, because Tara has learned that the hard way.
Isn't that always
so, y'all,
how we learn.
I want Johnny, go ahead. Why don't you say some final last words, and then we're going to turn it over to Red River, and then I'll let Drake. Go ahead, Johnny.
Well, Morpheus would like to say something.
Okay, we'll let Morpheus in. Don't cut Morpheus off.
There goes. He had his little sway meow.
Okay.
Just reminded me there, Drake. John Conway commented on my little post there, stating that I have a lawsuit of causing neglect bodily harm. So there's a good little tip that if you think someone's texting and driving and not paying attention, undue care and attention, you can actually sue them. So there's one little tip. But you know what? I'm grateful to be here, guys. Grateful to see growing and what keeps me motivated every day. And just want to say thank you to all of you guys out there that continue to, be blessed and enjoy your day. It's Sunday. Enjoy.
It's a sunny day for here. It's a
sunny day
for me.
I'm just grateful to sit here to talk to you guys. I had to jump on here and say thank you, and blessed to be able to, contribute and share my my journey with you guys and advice. Don't ever think we drive in faith, and that's what we do, right? And buy Subaru. I don't know, saved my life.
No doubt, man. Subarus look like they're very well put together. I've got some friends that have got them, and
I just got T-boned at 80K doing 70K. Yeah. So I'm here to talk about it. Yeah, I'm here to talk about it.
God bless you, man. I've got a little piece of the that Roberts Creek Congo here. That,
beautiful.
That I'm going to hit. And this pipe is a 3-hole bowl bubbler my buddy Craig from Simple Glass made, And I said, dude, can you make one of those old school friggin' hash pipes? And he like whipped it out, man. So I'm gonna, and it's got a hot stick. It's got a hot stick. So you heat up the stick and then you get the hash and then it goes like that. So that's what I'm going to be sharing with y'all in about 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes till it's 4:20 somewhere. So much love to
Oh,
all.
is it 2 minutes now? There we go. I'll do it.
We went early. It's okay.
We went early. It's okay.
2 minutes early, 2 minutes late. It's all good.
You know, I want to
Oh,
be really thankful for my friends and my Vance guy came up, brought me out these 200 milligram caps. Another guy, Ed Stoner, he's brought me out some really nice meds and stuff like that, knowing where I lie. So that's just grateful. Isn't that what's awesome about the cannabis community? Guys, all the people who thank me on the Instagram and everything else, you know, so many messages. Wanted to say blessings and thank you guys that I'm going to be okay. It's recovery. And I got all of you guys and great knowledge and education around just gratefulness, gratitude. I don't know, natural healing. Dude, Bonner. We got 1 minute warning going down right now. See, I'm still talking into it. Get the old temp tech out here.
Yeah, there's no community like this cannabis community. I mean,
It's
and
just
it's
beautiful.
growing. And the bigger it gets, the better I think it's going to be for everybody.
Well, you know what? That's what's so nice about it is seeing all the new faces and all the new people. I was at a party and some of us, I didn't recognize anybody. They're all new young faces. It goes, how do you feel about it? I said, it's awesome. I said, look at all these people can actually get into the industry legally and doing something they truly want to be involved with and be able to do it and not be afraid of prohibition or being jailed or anything, can actually put their passion into it. That's gratefulness, man. That's just a blessing. And I think it's awesome to see that here in Canada. I know you guys don't have it in different parts of the world, but we have it here. And I know it will soon be in different parts of the world. 420.
Cheers, y'all.
420.
And by the way, I wanted to also announce, I forgot to announce it earlier on the show, is I am going to be able to ship out CBD isolate to people who are looking for it for a very good price. So I was able to contact my friend Eric and get some CBD isolate. So if there's anybody that's looking for CBD isolate and that would like it, I'm just doing it straight isolate, not capping it. Contact me, DM me, let me know. And Drake, any final thoughts today?
Get outside, enjoy the weather, no matter what the weather is. Hopefully it's sunshine, but hey, you got to make shine of whatever weather it is, and the sun will be coming sooner than later if it's not there already. And you know, see what you can get poking at. Don't bother those pollinators too much if you don't have to. They might still be resting, but at this point here, they're up and at it. So get out there and, you know, have some fun and maybe get a few things done. Much love, everyone.
And one last point, don't spray your dandelions. The bees need
Don't
those
spray.
anything poisonous, but don't spray your dandelions. Keep those dandelions. They're also edible. Cheers, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Peace and love.
Don't text